oh boy, so you can see we got a lot of stuff we have to do here. And where was this thing at? Right here. And guess what we no longer have to do? We're gonna go with a number 7, and we're gonna toss that bad boy down right there. We're gonna grab out number 6. We're gonna go, yes! Oh, that's so lovely jubbly. I love it. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Zombieland Gaming. I am ZomBo Skater, and we are back for more Foundry. I'm taking a break from Gray Zone Warfare so I can come back to this amazing factory game and, well, some disappointment. So I have recorded a whole bunch and didn't realize till getting ready to record this bit that my stupid microphone audio was not turned on. So yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing, and I don't feel like voicing over, so we're gonna go with what we already have. So I'm just gonna basically walk you through everything we have done in between the last episode and now, and then talk about what our goal is gonna be. So first thing, you can notice this big old line coming here, as well as, look, there's one underneath it as well. So in the last episode, we talked about going all the way down here to grab the xenoferrite and technum ore, and oh boy, was that a chore. I mean, look at this. This is at 105 meters height, and we're currently sitting at 140. So yes, that was a freaking chore to bring all this over. And the whole purpose of these ores right here, and I've set up, as you can tell, the smelting setups that we normally have, like we had all the way down here. These are going to be used for making the Science Packs 3, because yes, we are into Science Pack 3 now, and oh boy, is it going to have a lot of new stuff and things to do to make the Science Pack 3. But also, you're going to notice we don't have storage units here then going into the smelters. We have crushers. So we will get into a little bit more about crushers in a second. But just basically know that as the ore rubble comes in here, the ore rubble is going to get crushed down into just basically ore. And instead of it being a 1-to-1 ratio of 1 ore rubble will make 1 xenoferrite plate, you're going to get 2 ore rubble making 2 ore, and then those 2 ore are going to end up making 3 of the technum rods and the xenoferrite plates. So we're basically getting a 2-to-3 ratio instead of a 1-to-1. So you're going to notice right here we have a balancer set up with 3 lines coming out of it instead of just 2. So it actually gives us a hell of a lot more output for the input. So yes, so this is all going to be for Science Pack, but you're also going to notice a whole lot more going off on the back. So I've added 4 more burner generators just to handle the extra power load need. And then, yeah, I was going to put all of this up here, but I decided against it. So all I've done here is I've taken just the component output. So the xenoferrite plates, the technum rods, the machinery parts, electronic components. I've just taken these and taken them right out of their storage unit and coming back. So these are just storing all our pieces and parts we want. But we need these ones, so we're bringing these along for the ride with us. And then if I needed more, I've created more, so on and so forth. But what I've got going on here is we're making a whole bunch of walkways. We're making some ladders. We're making some stairs, because those just require xenoferrite plates. And then we're making 1, 2, 3, 4 additional machinery parts, that then these machinery parts are just worming their way around here and then rejoining and balancing back in on our buswork. And then we've just got these walkways, ladders, and stairs going to their own storage unit. And I just have them set up for basically 4 slots worth, because we're not going to use them too much. But one of the end goals of this is once we get everything automated, you know, to our satisfaction of what we want to have just making for us nonstop, then we're going to start thinking about making things more efficient and building actual decor and furniture and buildings and actually having legit good-looking factories and not Factorio spaghetti mess. But then what we got going on here is we're making wire just like we did before. The wire is just coming straight in along with technum rods to make 3 sets of electronic components, which are then once again going back out into a buswork just to give us those extra electronic components that we're going to need for the other pieces and parts. And then over here we've got conveyor 1s. I think all of these are conveyor 1s, right? Yes, so 4 things of conveyor 1s, because the conveyor 1s are pretty much needed in the other 4 components we're making here. So I just have those going onto their own little bus. And so then the conveyor ones are coming over here to make slope ones along with machinery parts, because we're gonna need slope ones as well. And so the slope ones are coming out here, and they're only going into one place, so I've just got extras going off into storage. So yes, we have 2 things of storage for slope ones, but we needed them to come over here for slope 2s. So slope 2s is the only thing that needs slope 1. So I just kind of wormed it into the side of this this assembler here. But then we have our machinery parts and electronic components coming along this line to make slope 2s. And then we've got over here conveyor 2s and balancer 1s. So both of these require conveyor ones. So our conveyor ones are coming around the front side here to get piped in as an input. And then we've just got our outputs coming off for, things that we need here. And then the balancer ones, we basically only have one place we need those, which is into the balancer 2s. So we've got the leftover machinery parts and electronic components coming over into here, and then the balancer 1s are coming in the side, and then the excess balancer 1s are, well, I forgot about them, which is why they kind of do this weird little windy thing over here to their own little storage for any excess balancers. And then the balancer 2s are then going off to their own storage. And then I think this is the final line, right? Yes, this final line here is making smelterators and the crushers. So yes, we now have quite a few more building pieces and parts that we need. Oh, good gravy. So we've got a lot to do, and there's been a lot that we've gained in the meantime. So let's kind of head on back over this this direction, as everything we're gonna do is going to be happening on the other side of our base over here. I'm gonna show you all of the different new things we've learned, because I did a lot of research while I was making all that stuff and things. And XXB C3PO 4BB, where the hell's the little dude at? Where's the little dude at? We've lost XC3BO PPPTBB. I don't know what the hell his name is. The little robot dude. He's somewhere around here. BB, little baby BB. Hey, wow, this is, that's about done. We're gonna need more of that stuff soon. Oh, no bueno, no bueno. So yes, let's go ahead and get into our research, and you can see we have increased big time. So I think in the last episode we had unlocked all of this, including balancer 2s. Those were what we unlocked, and then we were up into, I think we did explosives. Yes, we did explosives, and then all of this row up here. So what I've now learned is we've got some doors, obviously the walkways, basic steel making. So we're going to be getting into steel beam making, which is going to require the crushers and advanced machinery parts, which is what we're going to be doing for the big part of this episode. Then we got some office furniture, and then piping, high voltage energy. So we got the transformer, and now we're going to get into the real Factorio bit here, boilers and steam turbines. And then we've got a tank to hold a liquid. And then we've got our pumps, and then power poles that we can put on walls. Ore refinement. So this is where I was just talking about how we can take the ore rubble and make it into xenoferrite ore to get an increased amount of technomrods and xenoferrite plates. Then we've got assembler 2, so just a faster assembler, plus it should be able to make bigger components. And then we've got some office furniture coming down here. We've got an incinerator, so we can just start trashing pieces and parts we don't need. Glass production, a greenhouse, so we can start actually planting trees to make biomass for ourselves, as a lot of this decor is going to need biomass to make it. So do the explosives. Then we got some windows, and then finally biomass farming to get the wooden blocks. And then over here, we've got the explosives, baby. Now we can scan for mineral rock, which is going to be pretty much everything we need for today's stuff and things. And then some concrete production, which is going to be needed for Science Pack 3. And then, yes, look at this, Science Pack 3. What? So today, it looks like we're going to get inventory size increase, drill increase, some more decor. Mining force allows drilling and blasting of deeper underground terrain. Ooh, a little bit more efficient. What does that say? Mining machinery by increasing resource output of mining machinery by 10% per level. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then all-you-might production. Ooh, pump jacks, distillation columns. This is our oil. Oh, polymer and plastics and stuff. This is our oil. And then a filter loader. This one looks like it's going to skip 3 lanes instead of 2 for the loader. And then a hangar door and an escalator. Oh, All right, so the whole reason we came over here is, as you can see in my hand, I have a boomstick. And then if we go to number 2, we can scan with our ore scanner, and somewhere right here is our first batch of mineral rock. And so we're gonna need this for Science Pack 3. If we go into Science Pack 3 here, you're gonna see it requires 5 advanced machinery parts, which the advanced machinery parts require 2 machinery parts and a steel beam. The steel beam requires xenoferrite ignium ore blend, which is 4 xenoferrite ore rubble and 2 ignium ore rubble. Oh boy. All right, already off to a wonderful start there. 12 concrete. 12 concrete requires 2 cement, well, actually technically 6 cement, 12 gravel, and 60 water. 6 cement's gonna require, wait, what, 6? Yeah, 6 cement's gonna require 6 mineral rock and 3 xenoferrite ore rubble. 12 gravel is gonna require 4 mineral rock. Oh boy, and then the water is just, we gotta pump water into a tank and then pump it into the machine here. Oh boy. And then we've got 4 pipes, and the 4 pipes are gonna require 4 steel beams. Oh boy, so you can see we got a lot of stuff we have to do here. And where was this thing at? Right here. And guess what we no longer have to do? We're gonna go with the number 7, and we're gonna toss that bad boy down right there. We're gonna grab out number 6, we're gonna go, yes! Oh, that's so lovely jubbly. I love it. Of course, that means we don't get the resources. I don't think, it didn't say we got resources, right? We blew this up. Yeah, so we don't get the resources when we do this. But oh my goodness, I mean, that's gonna make my life so much better. I love it. We're gonna be able to blast everywhere. And there's the mineral rock right here. Oh, and now I'm stuck down here. Good job, Nathan, good job. So I need to set up a little mining system down here, just like we did with everything else, to get this pulled up to that top row over there. And then we should be good to go. We'll basically figure out a way to make Science Pack 3, and then we'll get them piped into the research centers that are down below. So I'm gonna get working on that, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Well, it always seems to be nighttime whenever we get on here, but oh my goodness, has so much happened. And this whole shebang of a mess is definitely going to need some improvements and some refinements. I also tried to add a little bit of stuff here and there for being able to expand later on. But you're going to notice there's a new line of materials coming up here because, well, we needed the ignium? Yeah, what is this stuff called? Let's pick some of this up. What does this say? Yeah, ignium ore. The stuff we're using to power. Speaking of which, we need to get into other power as well. Oh boy, okay, all right, so we have all of our crusher stuff going on over here, making the technorods and whatnot, as we already saw. However, you're gonna notice we no longer have 3 lines of plates, and that is because, well, I needed plates for the rest of the shit that we're doing. So here's the rundown, right? Science Pack. Science Pack 3 requires 5 advanced machinery parts, 12 concrete, and 4 pipes. Well, let's see what advanced machinery parts take. Oh, steel beams. Guess what we don't have? Steel beams. And what was the other thing you needed? Pipes. And then pipes, guess what they need? Oh, steel beams. So priority change to making steel beams. So I've got a little setup here with some of this, basically half of the xenoferrite. Instead of it going to a whole nother set of smelterators like over here, we have it going to our facility to make some steel beams. We need to get more xenoferrite plates over here, freaking big time. And then, of course, I found way down over here the ignium ore, and I just kind of spliced it all the way up in here. And then we only need, it's basically a 2-to-1 ratio for xenoferrite to ignium. So we're just splitting this out from a full belt 2 to just a belt 1. And then what we have here is I'm just storing this. Later on, we're going to get a better blend for this xenoferrite ignium blend, or whatever the heck it's called. But for the time being, we're just going to use 4 storage units for the xenoferrite and 2 for the ignium. And so we've just got those going into storage, and then they're coming out into 2 crushers. And the crushers, if we look up here, where's it at? In here, maybe? Yes, right here. So see 4 xenoferrite, 2 ignium ore, making the XIO blend in the crushers here. And these are coming out into smelterators. Later on, we'll be able to use assemblers. The advanced smelters. The advanced smelters and better crushers. And this whole system's going to get a whole lot better. But so we've got five smelterators making up the steel plates, and then they're getting stored in here. But as you can tell, yeah, they're not sticking around very long. So the steel beams are coming out of here and going into some other components that we'll talk about in a second. But good lord, it just gets a disastrous mess. Plus we have extra stuff that we can use for when we're gonna make more steel beams and or more power. And then all the way down at the front side over there, I pulled off a level 1 belt of the xenoferrite, because we're gonna need this for part of our other pieces and parts. So we have to make concrete, right? So to make concrete, we need cement, gravel, and water. Okay, cement requires mineral rock and xenoferrite ore. Well, you saw where the mineral rock is coming from. It's where we use the explosives for the very first time. So I've got that coming on over here. And that's why we also need the xenoferrite. And then the gravel is just mineral rock. And then the water, you'll see here in a second. So here we go. We've got our mineral rock coming up. We're scooting off into 4, what are these? Are these crushers? What are these? No, yep, zip, 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 zip. What the hell am I using here? Crushers, yes, good lord. My brain is hurting. So we got 4 crushers making gravel. Gravel's coming out the back here. And then we've got our mineral rock coming over with our xenoferrite, because it was a last-minute decision to bring this over. I moved this staircase right here about 40 times in the process of doing this. But then we have 4 of these making cement, and this stuff is taking freaking forever to make, which is where our limiting factor is really going on here. So our cement, our gravel, our spare mineral rock is all coming this direction. Our steel beams are coming out this direction. So now, first things first, we now need, let me see, oh, wrong thing, crafting menu. We need to make some advanced machinery parts, which requires the steel beams and regular machinery parts. So I've got 4 assemblers set up making machinery parts from the xenoferrite plates. Oh boy! And then we've got those machinery parts and the steel beams coming over here into 4 assemblers making, 2 assemblers making advanced machinery parts. And then all we need is steel beams here to make pipes. So why are you not outputting? Oh, because we're full over here. Okay. Whew, I thought maybe I didn't have an output set up right. But yeah, so then we have two assemblers making pipes, because that was also something that we needed, right, for the science packs. See, we needed 4 pipes. Oh boy, so we got the advanced machinery parts and the pipes done, but we ain't done yet. So here we go. We've got the spare advanced machinery parts coming out here. The machinery parts. This would be steel beams if we had any. We got a few contained in there. We really need to improve and ramp up that production. And then there's just the spare xenoferrite and the spare technum rods. All right, so here we go. Now we're storing these 2 here, but here, look at this. Water tank. Oh, yes, this thing is huge. So the water tank has inputs and outputs on all 4 sides, just a singular. And what I'm going to show you here next is, let me see, do I have any built up? I do not. Let's go and make 1 pipe and 1, can I make an intake? 1 intake. Here we go. All right, we're going to drop down over here real fast. I love that there's no fall damage. So these are a little bit tricky and a little bit weird. Why did I not make a pump? Make a pump. These are a little bit weird and tricky. So you have to have power on the pumps, and they'll only go sideways, which is kind of disappointing. I really wish you could put the pump this way, but I guess it kind of makes sense. So we've got our... Oh, God, Jesus Christ! I need to figure out my movements. Seriously? Seriously, please and thank you. Can I get out of the water? All right. So the pumps have to go this direction right here, but the intakes, if you look at this, let's get in the water here. You see this little arrow down here? So you're gonna notice all these buttons down below work. So we got a snap with X, or R is gonna rotate it on the Y axis, T will rotate it on the X axis, and then H will rotate it on the Z axis. So basically what we wanna do is wherever we're gonna attach pipes, we want these vents, you know, the suction vents, we want those to be in the water, and then we want it to be facing whichever direction that we're going to be putting our pump on. Hence how we have it right here. So we have this here, and now the pipes, if you hold the pipes are calling. So if we hold our right mouse button, we have a 6-point intersection. So that's going to look like this, where we can put this all over the dang on place, which is kind of freaking cool. Or we can go with a 4-point intersection or a T intersection, or a curve, or a straight piece. So yes, look, there's all these different pipes that we can do, right? Which is kind of cool. I kind of wish they just snapped and instantly did what you needed, but so far be it for me to, like, tell the game what to do. But so what we have here is, once again, we can snap with X if we want to, which I think would, make things a little bit easier for how I was doing it. But then we can rotate it on the Y with R, rotate it on the T with X, or the X-axis with T, and then H, once again, rotates the Z-axis. So that's how I'm getting all of these pipes kind of connected and going like this. I'm not sure just how much, like, in Satisfactory, I think it's every, every 20 meters of height? I think it's 20 meters of height. I can't remember what the height is in Satisfactory. You have to put a pump or it stops working. So I'm not sure if I'm going a little overkill here with these two pumps. But the pumps, you're going to see there's a red arrow for the ins and a green arrow for the out. And then right on the front of this, you'll notice there's a little green light. Well, if you don't have your building blocks underneath it to power it, which is why I have this column here. Basically, I'm stealing power from up top and bringing it down through these blocks into here. That's how you're powering the pump. So then I've got it just coming up into here, basically, filling this tank. This particular tank can hold 25,000 liters of water. And then I've just got a pump, bringing it on out, up and over into a T section, and going into these two casting machines, which these are freaking cool as hell looking. So then what we have here is our gravel, our cement, and our water going in to make concrete. And good lord, this also takes forever. We have to ramp this up so much. So here's our spare concrete, and then we've got concrete going into these two assemblers, along with our pipes and our advanced machinery parts, making Science Pack 3s, which was the whole point of all of this. And it is it is a very slow amount of Science Pack 3s, but then we just have the Science Pack 3s coming in to the back of, I'm missing, am I missing one here? Yes, I am. Did I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I made 7 of these, how weird. Okay, let's grab one of these and go, bam, there we go. Now we've got Science Packs potentially going in there. Oh boy, that was a lot of work for Science Packs. It's ridiculous, but as you can see, I'm working slowly on getting inventory size 3 down. So I think definitely in between videos, my goal, now that we have explosives, one, I'm gonna make a explosive maker, so that way I don't have to worry about handcrafting explosives. But I'm gonna make a bunch of explosives, and then I'm gonna just go searching on the map all over the damn place, and I am just going to bring over a hell of a lot of materials, because as you're gonna see here in the back, we are running out of resources. I mean, even this is slowly dying down, but I noticed as I was gonna come back, really? I noticed as I was gonna come over, I just cannot seem to find my freaking way out of here. Holy crap. Thank you, game. Good lord, I need to cover all these holes up. Yeah, I noticed as I was gonna come over here and I was gonna steal some from this one. Look, this belt is no longer producing any because there is no more ore in the targeted range. And look at this. Oh my goodness, it is almost gone. I wonder how the Technum ore is doing. We don't use as much of the Technum ore, but it is about to be completely gone. We are about to be devoid of any Technum ore over here. Thankfully, we don't use that much Technum ore, so it's still holding up a little bit. Oh, oh my god, we need Technum ore bad. Oh boy. So, I think, let's see, what do we need to do? Let's see, oh god, we've got so many pieces and parts to automate now. I gotta figure out which ones we already have automated. Big thing too is I want to get these right here, steam turbines. So I think before we end the episode, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get, like, what does this do? A steam turbine, max steam, blah blah blah, max power generation 3.6 megawatts, and like water is pretty much just infinite, right? Because this is requiring the ignium ore, and that's only 1.8. So I think what I want to do is maybe get 4 of these steam generators down and the boilers down, and we can just do that right over here in the lake, and then that's gonna up, change our power and bring us up to, I think that's considered high voltage power, right? Yeah, high voltage grid. So we'll be able to go up to high voltage instead. which also means I guess we're gonna need the transformers and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go like right over here and work on making a steam power grid, and I think that'll probably end up closing out the episode. We have one, made a mess, and two, accomplished way more than I expected to, and well, not too long of a time. But yes, all right, so we're just gonna let the science packs kind of do their thing in the background while I work on steam power. All right, so we have got our new power system hooked up. I've grabbed one of these ignium ores to bring all the way over to where I have set up our boiler system. Now, I don't know if this is what we really want to do, because obviously I'd like to not burn through all this, and it seems to be going at a fairly decent rate coming down. But so if we come on down here, you can see I've got the ignium ore going into each one of these boilers, and I kind of wish these were more of a setup like in Factorio, but it's not too bad. I don't know if the water will pass all the way through these, but what I've ended up doing is in between every two of them, I put a T-junction with an intake down here, so you can see like every two, and then obviously I've left room for expansion down this way, because it only requires, what, 20 liters of steam, 20 liters of water per thing. So this right here, I believe it's going to be more than capable of keeping up with it. As you can tell, I mean, as soon as it puffs through with one thing of fuel, it fills itself right back up. So I think we're good. Depending on what fuel you're using, you may get fuel residue. So I just kind of hooked up an output to get rid of any fuel residual that we might have. Not that I think we're going to have any with the ignium ore. But so that's that part, right? So that's the input, and then the output, I just have a pipe going blop straight in. So this is generating 360, what does it say, liters of steam? Yeah, 360 liters of steam. And we've got 360 liters of steam going into here. Max output of 3.6 megawatts. And then the way I've worked this back here, these power lines from this one, it wouldn't cross the threshold of this steam turbine to get to this pole, because each one of the power poles will have 5 connections. So I did kind of like what I did with my coal generators and Satisfactory. I just put a pole right in front of the steam turbine, and then I've just daisy chained the poles together, and then we've got it going to these 2 transformers right here. And the transformers, you can see we've got 6.6 megawatts, roughly 7.2 megawatts, it depends, of generation on the high voltage, and then it's transforming down to the low voltage grid, which will then put the power on the blocks here, and then that's powering the rest of all this stuff here now. So we are good to go, and it looks like our burner generators are just basically stopped, unless I don't have any ignium ore going over here anymore. Oh crap. Hold on, did these just absolutely stop because we have high voltage power now? Yeah, they're just stopped. Interesting. It's not shut down. It's just not requiring it. That's interesting. So it just kind of stopped it. It's not using this power anymore. So we can actually get rid of all of these now, and we can use this ignium ore for doing other stuff and things. Oh, that's freaking excellent. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I also noticed that, well, one, we have one of our researches done, so our inventory size is now a little bit bigger, which is nice. But also, 3CB, bop. This guy right here, look, he's got a little question mark above his head. What you got to tell us there, C3PO? Can I not interact with you? There we go. High voltage power.
We are now compliant with the guidelines.
Yay!
Great work, team. BB, do you have any updates on mission command?
Do you? What does beep boop mean?
What? How can the analysis say that the mission command space station was destroyed nearly 32
What?
years ago? How can that be? Why has our drop pod only launched just now?
Yeah, no crap.
You need to continue digging through the archives.
Yeah, dude, dig. Hey, Olumite. Ooh, new task. Build 4 Olumite pump jacks. Oh.
Right. This moon had been chosen for the Foundry initiative because it's not only rich in minerals, but it's also full of a liquid resource called Olumite. This sticky liquid can be refined into the various chemical products we're going to need.
Ah.
We should find some and drill it up.
Okay, will do, dude. And our ship is way up there. Okay, all right, so yes, that's awesome. So let's get into our research here real fast. And I guess we're just gonna kind of keep going over. So we've got mining efficiency, mining force, drill speed, more decor, and then here's the basic all-you-might processing, filter loader, loader 3, hangar gate, and escalators. All right, so the loader 3 is gonna be nice because then we'll be able to put 3 inputs into one side of an assembler instead of worming them around the back like I have been doing. So, all right, I think in the off time, what I'm gonna try and do is double, maybe quadruple our steel production, also then double our Science Pack 3 production. I'm gonna go off and try and find a ever-living crap ton of ores to bring over here. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of explosives. I might set up like a little explosives, manufacturer facility, and then get all that research done. So there's a lot to do. Oh wow, we've got 2 of these are gone now. Oh, it's all gone. Oh no, it's all gone. Well, at least we can start cleaning this area up a little bit. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this here, and I'm just gonna delete these miners, and then wherever I find more tectum ore, I'll just bring those lines right into here, which we can also get rid of all 4 of these and turn it into the 2x. So yes, so that's gonna be the goal, is to get all of that stuff taken care of off camera in between episodes. That is gonna be a hell of a lot of work. This has been a hell of a lot of work. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this as much as I have. If you have any tips or tricks, definitely let me know. By the way, one of my viewers, the comment will be up on the screen now, is the one that told me about quick traveling. If we want to get back to base, you can just say respawn. And look at that. I still have all of my stuff on me, and we've respawned back at our pod. So that makes traveling quite a bit quicker and easier than ever before. Oh boy, so much to do, so much to do. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, comment, share with the universe, and I'll see you guys in the next Foundry episode. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.